Hello friends, welcome back. I hope you must have liked my previous videos, or just more than liking, you must have found them useful for your HSC English. Now let's move forward. Our today's job is to deal with a poem, Song of the Open Road by Walt Whitman. If you look at the poem, it runs into 20 lines. I repeat the word lines, but if you count the full stops or the statements, they are just 4. But it is packed with emotions and messages. So the size doesn't matter here, or the number of statements. It is written in free verse and it has got an appeal which is connected with all the people who want to try new winds, accept new challenges, the people who love outdoor life, the people who want to accept new things, to do experiments and to explore themselves while the process of exploring the life. This is all about the poem. And one more thing, the original poem has 5 parts, and for HSC students just the first part, single part, is available. So let us start with the poem. Let's start. As I said in the beginning, this has 4 statements, so let us discuss one by one. The text of the first statement is on the screen. You can read that. I am reading that for you. Afoot and light-hearted, I take to the open road. Healthy, free, the world before me. The long brown path before me leading wherever I choose. Simple statement. But the end of the statement, there are 2 words, wherever I choose. So here is the selection of the way of life that you make. And if you are making the selection of the channels and the ways of your life, that's equal to the freedom. So the soul of the entire poem clicks here. That is the freedom of choice, and the freedom of the way in which to lead the life. Of course, those people have printed afoot, guess the meaning. By the way, I hope that you have kept your course books open, because there are certain words at the left and right side, as we know. So what is the guess? Afoot, that is bus number 11. By walking. And light-hearted, I take to the open road. The road is open, and even that little adjective open gives you an indication that there is nothing locked, there is nothing confounded which is expected in the life from this poet. Healthy, free, the world before me. Simple to understand, quite difficult to practice actually. The long brown path before me leading wherever I choose. Even there is a reference of a color brown. Now it may sound a little interesting for you that even the colors are related with feelings. White for peace, yellow for prosperity, pink for love, red for love as well as bloodshed, black for death or whatever negativity. Do you know what is the color brown can be attached with? Brown is roughness. Brown is experience. Brown is the coarse experience of life. Brown grass, brown roads. That also indicates that the road that the poet wants to take, he is not expecting that it is a road filled with rose petals welcoming him. But the freedom of choosing the road, that makes it fragrant and very sweet, because it is his own choice. You re-listen whatever I have said about the first statement, and then you might realize the point that not myself but Walt Whitman wants to make. Okay, let's move to the next part now. Now the second part, available on the screen. Henceforth I ask no good fortune. I myself am good fortune. This chunk indicates the self-confidence and the ultimate decision of proving your mettle. Not waiting for good fortune, but proving that you are your own good fortune. Henceforth I whimper no more, postpone no more, need nothing. Maybe there are many no's and negatives in the statement, but it is positively filled. Because need nothing, postpone no more, whimper no more. Whimpering is never a good habit. Whimpering is continuously complaining about something. Even the meaning is printed. Complaining, showing that one is irritated, etc. And for some people, whimpering is the oxygen. Top to bottom, morning to night, they have complaints. If they don't have anything to complain about, they complain about the weather at least. It's raining, it's cloudy. So they are happy with nothing. So these things are past for the poet. He is saying no whimpers, not postponing anything or need nothing. Next is done with indoor complaints, libraries, querulous criticisms. And now my dear friends, let me share a little thing with you. If you go to the internet and check out the original poem, this line is not available in all the versions. This particular line that I am reading now. Done with indoor, done means enough of that. Fed up of. No more complaints, no more libraries. Now why libraries is the word used here? Because library is a place where people go and search the answers of their problems. But even under a roof, inside the four walls, Walt Whitman is saying, my answers are not available. They cannot be available in a building. As my questions are global, I need global answers. I need to get out and find them out, explore them. Maybe I have to cook them, manufacture them, create them, but it will be me who will create the answers. Querulous criticisms. Criticism, again, second oxygen cylinder for some people. Criticizing. You see, nowadays the life has not nowadays, since many centuries, it's in the human nature itself that criticizing someone has become a part of the nature, and that gives birth to many of the grievances in the life. Walt Whitman wants to get rid of all these three things. And the last is strong and contained. I travel the open road. Strong is a very easy adjective, and the word is content. Content means I am satisfied. I am satisfied not because I have got everything, but I am satisfied because I am the right way, my own way, on which I can find my own real happiness. That is a different type of contentment itself. Being yourself itself is an Oscar award to you. Let's move to the next part. Now let's move forward. On the screen, I do not want the constellations any nearer. Normally we relate the word constellations with astronomy, the galaxies and all, cosmos. Nothing to do. In the poem it has got a metaphorical meaning. Constellations in this context, they are the fate or destiny or influential group of people. Now there are some yes people in the society and there are some no people in the society. Yes, people have everything at their disposal, and no people, they want to reach to that spot. This is the connection. The traveler on the road, the person who is walking on the road, his target is not to reach the spot where the higher people are already sitting. So what does he want? I do not want the constellations any nearer. I know they are very well where they are. I know they suffice for those who belong to them. Suffice, adjective, sufficient. So they suffice the people who are interconnected. They have their own little world. They are happy with that. Their definition of life may be different. They may be self-made men and women, or they may be, shortcut type of people. The poet is not related with how they have reached to the spot. The point is, he is not trying to be like them. He just wants to be himself. So the glamour, the glory, that's not his target. His target is the journey itself and self-exploration. He knows that changing the places one by one, it is not equal to insulting the hospitality of those people who have given shelter to him. You see, but ultimately it is not the destination of a human life to stay at a place, because when the water gets stagnant, it's not hygienic. So get moving, get rolling, get walking, get experimenting, be a experimentalist. This is what is the entire theme of the poem is. With this we are moving to the fourth and the last part of the poem. Let's move forward. And now the last and the most interesting part. Look at the screen or look at your course book. You will find that the last part is entirely in bracket. It goes like this. Still here I carry my old delicious burdens. The burdens are called delicious. Delicious is a word coming from kitchen right away. Burden is not a welcome thing in life, but delicious burdens, what do they indicate? Delicious burdens are those responsibilities, those bondings and those relationships who can never be a burden on you because they are your own people. It goes like that. I carry them, men and women. I carry them with me wherever I go. So I cannot get myself detached from them as they are a part of my life. I swear it is impossible for me to get rid of them. Normally getting rid is the phrase used with being away from bad things. Get rid of this bad habit, that bad habit, we say like that. But here getting rid is not in that sense of the term, but it is just shrugging off the responsibilities. I can't shrug off my responsibilities, and it is not like a punishment that I am accepting them, because as they are a part of my life, saying no to them, that would be saying no to a part in me, in myself. They have given me a lot, they have taught me a lot, they have loved me a lot. So comes the last line. I am filled with them and I will fill them in return. Now filling them in return doesn't have any commercial sense. You get a loan from the bank and then you return. You have to return that. It's not like that they have loved me, so it is my duty to love them back. It's not a part of duty. This is not a court case going on. You see, when you get something with their own wish, it's a wish that you have to rebound. Just like you give a return birthday gift to the people that give gifts to you on your birthday. Is it written in Indian Penal Code ... that if you get a gift on birthdays, it is a rule that you must give a return gift? It's not like that. It's a feeling inside that you wish to do something for them, those people who do something with you, for you. Now, all in all, the reading and the little explanation is over. But if you go to the poetic devices, the aids to comprehensions, the questions, the appreciation and the exam oriented stuff, that will be some technicality. But I wish from the bottom of my heart that you should realize what is the soul of the poem, because this poem is useful for every single person in the world for the entire life, because it is the song of the open road. There are two very important words in the title itself. The first one is open and the second one is road. The open indicates freedom and road indicates continuation of the journey. And if you are continuing doing something freely, what else does anyone want in the life? You can be a man or a woman, any sort of profession, any age, any country, any religion, any caste. You need to be free and you need to do something that you wish to do. So this is again my favorite concept, universal appeal. Great literary works, they have it in them. I hope you have liked it, you have understood it. If not so far, then you can re-listen to the video, certain part of the video. But I am sure if you do this process, you will be happy with Walt Whitman's poem, Song of the Open Road. See you next time.